Most people don't get it though. For some reason, even though you have a savings account and believe you are following all the right steps, you still can't buy a house and don't buy much. You still can't get as much gold or Tesla shares as you'd like. And you ask why I have money saved, I do my best, but I can't move up the ladder. That's what the basement is for. Bitcoin bubble stands out because it is clear and easy to use. There's no limit to who can join, no matter how much they know about crypto or how new they are to it. Guess who is watching us now? Robert Kiyosaki is the author of the best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad. We'd also like to thank everyone who put their trust in us. We read all of your comments, and the best part is that it's free. If you sign up now, you'll get all the new information for free. Stay ahead of the trends instead of just following them. Sign up for Bitcoin Bubble right now and enjoy the new edge. Founder and CDO of Real Vision Raoul talks about his big picture view. And what makes him think that the rise of AI will lead to an economic singularity? Money is being put into the economy by governments and central banks. In the US, we have something called Fed net cash. So what are the three parts of that state level liquidity? That's because of with the spread balance sheet and quantitative easing, they are still tightening but not as much as they used to. Then there is the backwards repository. I think that's where banks keep all of their money. That means money is tight if it's big. They put the money into banks as soon as they start taking it out. The Treasury General account is on the other side. It is the government's bank account. Now, things are tight if someone has a lot of savings and isn't spending it, which is the case right now. However, as soon as they write checks, a lot of money comes into the system. In a way, that means that more money is coming into the system. In other words, if you make too much of something, its worth or purchasing power goes down. So it's not always true that you and I can borrow money more easily. That's not it. It's because more money makes countries less valuable. Like this magical thing takes place. On the private sector side, things like M2 growth and private sector credit growth depend on that. But they both work together because in a euro-dollar economy, you can make new dollars. Being a bank lets you make them appear out of thin air. As a result, there is a huge rise in money. People don't really get it though. Yes, your mortgage rate might go down a little, but what's really happening is something more sneaky that we don't see or fully understand: debasement. Asset costs go up, but our income stays the same. As a result, we can't buy as many assets, and an asset is just a promise to consume something in the future. You expect to be able to sell gold for more money in the future if you buy it now. Keep your ability to buy things safe. But you can't buy as much gold today as you could a month ago or even 5 years ago. This is because your wages don't rise as fast as the prices of scarce assets that change because of debasement, like real estate. When I bought my first apartment in London, I was making a good salary as a finance worker, but I was 3 times that amount. If I looked at the same apartment with the same type of person, a 24-year-old investment bank worker in the early stages of their career, it would likely cost 10 or 12 times their pay. That's the seller. The founder and previous CEO of Binance, Changpeng CJ, Zhao got out of federal prison in the US on September 27th after 4 months of time served for violating anti-money laundering laws. Federal charges were brought against CJ in November for failing to put in place proper AML controls at Binance, which is the world's biggest cryptocurrency exchange by daily trading volume, according to a statement from the US Department of Justice on November 21st. He also quit as CEO of Binance. CJ is the richest person to ever serve a prison term in the US. He is said to have a net worth of about $60 billion. CJ decided to serve his 4-month sentence in the US after coming back from Dubai. September 26 Fortune article said that he spent the first 2 months in a minimum security prison in Southern California. After that, he moved to a halfway house in Long Beach and was able to go on supervised day trips. We're happy that CJ will be with his family again. He is not running or handling Binance right now, but we can't wait to see what he does next. Since last year, Binance has continued to grow under the direction of our current team. We now have more than 230 million users around the world. The 4-month sentence for CJ was a big drop from the 36 months in jail that the DOJ had originally asked for because the crime was so serious. An official statement from the US. Department of Justice says that CZZ's guilty plea included not only 8 ML breaches but also sanctions violations and sending money without a license. The prosecutors wrote in the sentencing letter that Zell knew that if he didn't set up an effective NL program, Binance would help us users do business with users in Iran and other sanctioned countries and regions, which is against us law. This is also a key point. In reality, only two of the assets that exponentialized asset management keeps an eye on beat the 8% debasement plus say 3% global inflation. That's why 11% is the bar. The SP keeps a rough eye on it. Since 2011, the Nasdaq has given back 17% a year and Bitcoin has given back 140. It's not met by gold or much else. You're really being pushed toward just two assets that can beat this thing and make you money, which will make your future self richer. People have been given a reason to do that. You might say that this is crazy because people are taking such a big risk, but the Federal Reserve and the government know that this is true, which is another magic trick. They also know that we owe a lot of money. We know that the savings and investments of the people are what the debt is backed by. They don't want it to go down very much. If you remember, the SP fell 30% in 2022 and money started to flow again. That's why markets haven't dropped by 50%, 60%, or 70%. Yes, different stocks can. Ethereum, since it's not a very important part of the collateral scheme, but they don't let the collateral fall. They've taken away the big risk, which is good for all of us. While this was going on, Bitcoin itself continued to hold key support levels after a small drop from its 2-month highs. Again, the price is going up against the ask liquidity, and some people are passively selling into the price of around $65, 8,000. In another X post, Skew talked about trade going on Binance, the biggest exchange in the world. He also said that bid liquidity was moving from below $63,000 to toward it. In the past few days, I had thought about the chance of a change from ask depth to bid depth in spot order books. And if the market stays strong with progress above $65,000, the post went on. Some of that is happening right now with people taking ask liquidity starting at $65,000 and more passive buyers entering the market. Phil Field, co-founder of trading platform Trader, showed a very low ratio of long to short BTC holdings. This could be another sign that prices will go up in the future. A picture that went with the article showed that similar conditions happened right before the BTC price went up. After talking about some other positive indicators, he came to an end. Right now, we don't have a higher high that would push those asks into the corner, so we can see if FOMO can kick in. Don't forget to sign up for Bitcoin Seller either. Every day, for free, the most important news will be sent to your email. I don't understand why you haven't signed up yet. If you like the movie, click like and subscribe to get more every day. Don't forget that information is power. And we're here to help you on your way to financial freedom. Have a great time buying. Until next time.